Hello beauties, good afternoon again, and you're welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing this person for the first time, thank you and welcome. My name is Olivia. I'm a Nigerian who lives here in South Africa with her family. Okay, I make various contents around South Africa, my lifestyle, a sneak peek, Nigeria, most important and interesting contents. I bring it to this channel, so feel free to hit on the subscribe button, hit on the bell sign beside the subscribe button. That's when you'll be notified of any of my subsequent videos. Okay, to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So in today's video is a story time or a chit chat. I'll call it my most unpleasant experience as a student in South Africa. If you've watched my video, you should have known I studied in South Africa. I did my honors and my masters here. And if you don't know, I'll probably put the link of that video on the description box so you can go and watch it. So yes, during my course of study in South Africa, to be honest with you, I had more pleasant experiences than unpleasant ones. I had only few very unpleasant ones. I had more pleasant ones, but this is the most unpleasant experience I had during my course of study in South Africa. And why it's actually the most unpleasant experience is the first experience, and it happened like right away, immediately I started my honors. Okay, so fast forward to before I started, I was with my husband and my little girls not in KZN, but I gained admission to move to KZN, KwaZulu-Natal, Pietermaritzburg. So of course you know that it's a huge change already for me, being that one, I am not a South African national. I do not speak the local languages. Then I live with my family, my husband. Now I'm about to be separated from my husband because I have to go to school. I'm being separated to a new environment that I know nobody. I know nobody at all. So it was a huge change for me, and I'm also going to be studying in a new environment which I've never studied before, which is another big change. So there's the language there, there's integration for me there, there's new environment in terms of, you know, the Pietermaritzburg, and then new school environment studying, like plus the fact that I had little kids. My younger daughter then was 10 months at the time. She was just a baby, and I didn't have a nanny at the time to be with me, so I had to just go with my daughters, and the older one was almost 2+ at the time, so I had to go with 2 little girls to Pietermaritzburg. So I got to Pietermaritzburg, and yeah, the first day in school, we all introduced ourselves. You know, I did what I would normally do if I was in Nigeria, because like I told you, culture shock. You can go and watch that video again, which I might link in the description box. The way things are done in Nigeria is very different from how it's done in South Africa. In Nigeria, if I was in this situation and I go and I tell my classmates, oh, look at my situation, I'm new here and everything, people might excuse me in some things. Okay, not that I'm expecting people to excuse me like I shouldn't do my work and all that, but maybe people would have understood better. But so that was what I told them. I told them my situation. Everybody was like, okay. We were like 8 in the honors class at the time. So our very first assignment, remember, I was still integrating. Another big integration for me was that I studied psychology back home in Nigeria, and here I couldn't get psychology, obviously, so I was to study human resource management. It's just a little closer to psychology, but of course it's not psychology. So I had the course as well to get used to. So it was a big change, like it was a big change for me. The first assignment, we were given assignments, we were grouped in the assignments. That's apparently how they do here. They put you in groups, you probably split the work amongst yourself and do the presentation in some cases. Okay, so they put me in a group with 3 South African students plus myself. Of course, I was the only foreigner in the class at the time. I was the only foreigner, so they put me in the group with those students, a lady and 2 guys, plus myself. So we are 2 ladies and 2 guys. After the class that day, we came together and then we are like, okay, so we have to meet to discuss the assignments. Everybody will understand the assignment, then we'll split the work. I said fine. So they said we are going to meet on Saturdays. Actually, honors is a very, very hectic course. Like, it's hectic. If you've done honors here in South Africa, you should know. Please tell me on the comment section if it was hectic for you. It's so hectic, eh? So they decided that we are going to meet on a Saturday. I said to them, okay, that's fine, but how am I going to do? I do not have anybody to keep my daughters. Remember, I'm new in the complex where I packed in. I don't even know anybody to say, okay, keep these girls for me and their babies. And I don't have a nanny. What am I going to do? I told them my situation beforehand, and I said, okay, how are we going to do the assignment? How am I going to bring the girls to school to do the assignment? It's not going to be possible for me. That's one thing about South Africans. Sometimes they are not expressive, because if it's Nigerians, they will talk with you and they'll kind of explain and say, okay, this is what you do, give you options and all that. They were like, they shoved it. And I'm like, okay. I couldn't come, obviously, because there was no way I could come. I didn't know anybody. I couldn't come for the meeting of the assignment. They held the meeting. It was a very, very unpleasant experience. Remember, let me just explain to you. One, at the time, I didn't even know my way from school to my house. I literally was using GPS to drive in Pietermaritzburg. I didn't know my house, the way from my house to my daughter's crèche. I was using GPS. I didn't know my way around. Like, the change was too much, and it was a lot of things to be adjusted to at the time. I didn't have a lot of things in my house because, remember, I was living with my husband. I couldn't move most of the things that we had in the house from where we are living to. So when I got to Pietermaritzburg, I had to go buy things, and I came to Pietermaritzburg a day before the honors was going to start. So I literally started school. It was huge, and we finished lecture around 4. Oh my God, it was so much. It was so much for me. I had things to buy, bed. I didn't even have bed at the time. I was sleeping, you know, with duvet on the floor with my daughters, because I had ordered bed. It wasn't there yet. I had ordered a chair, couches. It wasn't there. Kitchen things, it wasn't there. It was a lot. I was passing through a lot, and I kind of explained to the students, but apparently they didn't understand. And when they splitted the assignment, I wasn't there, obviously. They did the assignments. The next day, that was on a Monday, they say, sorry, Chinomso, because I told you they always call me Chinomso instead of Olivia. So they were like, sorry, Chinomso, we already splitted the assignments, and some of us have already done our parts, and sorry, we are going to take your name out of the assignment. You're not there. You're not going to be part of this assignment because you didn't come. I'm like, how? Like, I explained to you, and I expected they were like, sorry, I mean, God, heaven was too far for me. Down was too far. And this was like, I wasn't, if I'm not lying, this was a 10-page assignment, you know, that was supposed to be done amongst four students. Took my name out. At the time, that lecturer was a Nigerian lecturer, and she's a woman. I said, okay. She said, sorry. So the lady, you know, in the group, the other lady, she was the one telling me, sorry, you have to go and meet the lecturer. Sorry. So I said, okay. I went and met the lecturer. I told her what happened. I told her they removed my name from the assignment. So what am I going to do? In all honesty, I expected the lecturer to say, okay, do half or something. You know, the lecturer asked me to do everything. Like, she said, sorry, this is how it works here. You're going to have to do it on your own. And of course, you have to do it. Hey, God, I cried. Like, do you know what it means to cry like a baby? I was literally, I cried. Oh my God. It was a lot for me. It's because the change was a lot. God, the system, everything was too different for me. I had to do the homework or the assignment myself. So that was how I did the assignment on my own. That experience just taught me that, oh my God, anyhow, you have to survive. So I just want to say that at the time when this happened with the students, I felt bad, obviously, because of course I'm new. What do I know? I didn't know that was how the system was. I felt, oh my God, this student didn't like me or what, you know. But I later realized that, I mean, in South Africa, you have to do your work. It's not like Nigeria, where you could cut corners if possible. You have to do your work. They didn't mean any harm. They didn't hate me, but that is how the system works. If you have an assignment, you have to do it. If you have a problem, go to the lecturer, and you can ask for an extension, but you have to do your work. So when I realized that's how things work over here. Of course, we became friends. We were all friends. I was good with the students after a while, but yeah, I realized that is how the system is. It's very different. It's a different culture. It's a different country, and things work differently. So yeah. So I didn't feel bad when I understood, and yeah, we were all good. Thank you for watching this video. If you have watched up until this point, you are a gem. Okay, so hit on the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed. Like this video, give me a thumbs up, share. It's just my experience, not to bash anyone as usual, but it's a story time. I'll also bring to you the most pleasant story time I had during my study and everything. And till I see you in my next one. Bye.